viewer, time for your 67th Leang Guang video. Welcome to another video on this channel. Today we are in Leang Guang again. Wow, what a surprise. Anyway, with them I will try to put Chen Lianbo in charge and try to win against Japan in the current patch. Wish me luck. Anyway, let's head in. Alright. It has been a while since I actually played China, yes, even in my off time. And yeah, I thought about doing a Chen Lianbo video, so yeah, here we are. I never did his path on my own, I think, so this is gonna be the first time for me too. And yeah, now the only thing I have done in the game rules is make the Qing here go pro Nanjing, because I want a Fengtian aligned Anjing. And if they die, then actually I did not do anything with Shandong, so I don't think this guy's gonna stay here. So maybe I should have done that. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna try and help out Anjing in the League War when that happens. But yeah, other than that, yep, we're here in Leang Guang again. And if you wanna know what's going on here, check out my Federalist Leang Guang video, since there I have like intro that talks about it, you know, in depth a bit. So I'm not gonna go into that now for the 1 billionth time, since I've done a few Leang Guang videos now. Dude, it's just a lot of paths and they're cool and I like them and I wanna play them, okay? I like yeah, sure, play me, but like I'm gonna do what I want. Anyway, we're gonna start with the usual: better guns, better industry, more mills. Civs are useless since we have there's a huge chance we don't even get this if we build. But yeah, other than that, yeah, we start with that, and there's not much, you know, at the start. Oh yeah, we should maybe get some artillery, but most importantly, get a lot of guns. And yeah, can't edit the divisions, can't do anything with that. We also, you know, start as a puppet, so we're gonna have to wait before we get into anything. But yeah, let us begin. Of course, at the start, we're gonna boost regionalists as much as possible, since Chen Lianbo, yeah, surprise, surprise, he's in the regionalist path section that you select your starting branching paths, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna have to make them win the Leang Guang civil war, which is not that hard. And yeah, they have begun their thing here. We're gonna send the cavalry division just so that we can like rush for VPs if, you know, the opportunity allows it. I have to not be a puppet, so we have to wait a second. My bad. Sorry, my fault. That sucks, but yeah, whatever. Did they refuse? You're kidding, right? And they can't. Great. It's gonna be a long video, and I'll have to wait until these losers are at my border or something. I don't know. We'll see how this is gonna go now. And yeah, not hard. I Hunan and Yunnan, I think, tried to influence. I took the PP hit. And yeah, other than that, just make everything yellow, not fully controlled, but you know, and mostly under your control. Basically, that's the easiest way to, you know, get this thing done fast. And now we're gonna sit tight and wait for these losers to be on our border or something. I don't yeah, that's gonna take a bit. It's gonna bail out some failing industries and paramilitary spending, mostly just to, you know, reduce the industry one. Don't really care that much about the agriculture one, because, you know, when I, you know, have my industry unlocked, I'm gonna be mostly there, and you know, by the time I'm like anywhere done there, this is already gonna be done. So I don't bother with getting this one, and also don't like the stability reduction from that one. That's 180 days. Yeah, I'm not doing that one. So yeah, mostly what I want here. These are not that bad of debuffs, so that's why. And yeah, mostly gonna focus on this side now to get to the research slot, and afterwards we have to wait anyway for that. And while yeah, after that we're gonna turn to here, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with militias just because it's, you know, unique, and because they're actually good, you know, they're good. Militias are good. Been a while since I saw Indochina actually win, lol. Well, that's interesting. What is not interesting is Nanjing winning, because these are gonna be allied. Well, you reap what you've sown. And Yunnan is justifying on us. They're here both KMTs, so I hope they intervene with them, so then I can get both of them for myself. Though I have the slight feeling these guys are gonna might come in and get our asses while we're fighting, so we'll have to, once this starts, do this fast. Which, yeah. Industrial thing is already done. I'm just doing one more focus because, I mean, I could have cancelled that when this was done, but I'd rather get the partial mobilization and limited conscription. Partial because I'm already in early. And yeah, I've put out some divisions. Who would have guessed it's irregulars? Oh my god, what? And of course, starting some militias here also, since, you know, gotta use the buffs I get. Would be stupid if I didn't. Just gonna continue training divisions when I have the equipment. And yeah, also, of course, we're gonna get militias doctrine and also the guerrilla warfare, mainly because it also was irregulars, which, yeah, I'm also using, you know, so makes a bit sense for me. Actually, do I want to go guerrilla? Do I want to go guerrilla? Yeah, I'm gonna go guerrilla. And yeah, both have declared war on me, or like they intervened against me, blah blah blah. However, the AI did not know this was coming, so they have 0-2-no divisions on my border. 0-2-no. What the fuck did I just say? Mainly gonna rush on them and attack them a bit, but not here, because I think they're just gonna attack me here. I have a slight train issue, but that shouldn't be too much a problem. But yeah, let's defeat them fast. And yeah, Hunan is no problem at all, because they do not know what, you know, guarding your two main cities is. So they're already a goner. And now all we have to do is focus on these guys. Shouldn't be too hard. Also, would be funny, they declare on me and stuff like that, and I defeat them before they even do anything, and then I elect them. That would be funny, to be honest. But yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. What did I... Grand battle plan, right? So none of these actually matter to me here. Yeah, these do nothing for me, basically. So let's get the Green Forest School. Even though I died, actually, like, I don't need the Land Doctrine costume anymore, and other buffs barely do anything. I guess, yeah, the Sovereign School is done the best. Alright, domain captured. This is not gonna be enough, nope. But once we also get Dali, it is probably gonna be enough. Oh, even offer surrender. Interesting, but I'm not gonna accept that. Yeah, no, I don't want them as a subject. So yeah, we're just gonna... yeah, okay, pray. Apparently I captured something else, I think, whatever. But yeah, yeah, don't need war goals to expand, guys. Anyway, we're gonna have a big of a problem in a second. Don't wanna point fingers at who's gonna be the problem, but you know... And the Qing have demanded our submission, which we're of course gonna refuse, though I'm gonna hold it as long as I can to annoy them as much as possible. And yeah, I'm gonna try and expand my militia recruitment. One that gives me artillery in them is not here, right? Add reconnaissance, get some free stuff, and get more. No, it's probably down there, which shouldn't be too hard to get to. We just need Wuhan, yeah, or Nanjing, but you know, one is closer than the other. So I'm just trying to be realistic here. Anyway, my army is around here. It's still my main irregular template, and I can't edit that, so it's just this. Well, it should be fine with all the buffs they get from, you know, the initial things here. So yeah, I easily dealt with Yunnan. So, you know, that showed me that my divisions do have some punch in them. We do have good industry. Yeah, we actually, yeah, we have pretty good industry. Though, you know, these are two nations against me. It's still fine. We have terrain. That's great to hold. No, not these two, but the river is doing us a great favor here. And yeah, sec divisions in here, I don't think they can push us, but I think we can push them. So that is great. Oh, they also declared on Sichuan. Well, that is interesting. That's why we like to hold, so that we can see if the AI is stupid, and they are stupid. Let's get logistic focus. And also, let's get heritage just for the elite experience gain. Okay, they're actually gonna, I think, focus on Sichuan first, which kind of sucks, since they don't have Overgall on me, meaning they said, and we're gonna wait before we attack them. So maybe I should have declined it immediately, or whatever. I don't need the one steal, and other than that, pray that they hold on to. If can I send them volunteers, or also just gonna refuse? I can send 2. So we're gonna try and send 2, but I think they're refusing. Is that something with like the new patch or something? Did they like change something? Because usually they would like, I mean like base game Hui 4. Since usually they all just accept no matter what, but now they just don't, because hostile or something. I don't know, man. I appointed, by the way, these 2 here because then, you know, buffs the social conservatives, which need to be, you know, high up for Fengtian to they'll be able to coup us once we're like a puppet of Fengtian and blah blah blah. And yeah, I'm gonna get education reformer research. It's great to have, you know, especially if you want planes. Well, while the Qing are kind of reluctant at using, you know, their attack against us, someone else here is quite happy to pull the trigger. So yeah, I hope they don't lose too much. I do have these guys, not pulling them out right now since you might see the problem with that. But yeah, once we get the course here, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just gonna take like a second, you know. Actually, do I have 8? Yeah, so let's get propaganda effort, or like whatever propaganda efficiency, whatever the agency thing is called, to give some more, to get a lot more compliance. Sadly, I don't have a compliance advisor, which I would have rather gone then, but yeah, whatever. Yep, they immediately declared on us, and there's a little city here that's a bit, you know, that doesn't much divisions on there. I would need to pin. Wait, no, these guys there, these guys there. We pin them. These guys there. We pin them. We try to get Wuhan, the beautiful city here. Let's get mill access so that we don't, you know, screw up our front line. We can easily encircle these German volunteers here, so let's try and do that. Let's also go on 4 speed so that we can, you know, better micro this. And yeah, try to cap them since we don't want Fengtian to join Japan while we're, you know, not a puppet of them. So this is pretty important. We're gonna have to cancel the mill access, since they apparently have claims everywhere, and this is gonna destroy our supplies, since we're gonna give them all the territory. So yeah, guess we're not doing that. Can you retake that tile? It's like come on, it's just a tile. I didn't manage to get up there since the pinning immediately died, so that wasn't cool. But yeah, we're gonna build ourselves a bit of an air force. Oh, can't do that though. Fengtian declared war. Now, what is gonna be very important is first of all, you know, defeat them in time, which I hope is gonna happen. Second of all, don't let them capture Nanjing or Wuhan, except maybe if we're anyway, you know, close to capping them, then might be fine. I don't know. But yeah, I know who's not gonna send divisions up there, and I know who has barely any divisions up. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit difficult, but let's see if I can do it. Oh, the Qing already capped. So yeah, Wuhan, pretty important. Getting that. Oh, I'm gonna cut you off, my friend. And I need a border with them, which, yeah, this is gonna happen like that. We're just gonna, you know, take as much as we can, basically. Since we do love to do that, that's all I can take. So, yeah, we're gonna leave it at that then. We can take their navy, and yeah, that's all I can take. So we're gonna do that now. And then we're gonna pause the game. And, okay, no, that should be fun, since we do need Nanjing. Anyway, we can, though, now join Fengtian, which we wanna do. Gonna make my life a whole lot easier. And yeah, so in the end, it did work out. The Gormanjun did help though, intervening. So yeah, shout out to them. Anyway, army reforms. And now we just need to cap them, which, yeah, shouldn't be a problem since most of their front line was staffed by Qing troops, which have now, you know, disappeared. They were swallowed up by the capitulation. Something. Yeah. Let's advocate against Japan alliance. Don't know how much this is gonna, you know, make this happen. I don't think they ever refuse Japan, whatever, you know, you demand as Fengtian, but whatever. There's, you know, there's like a very slim chance, you know, very slim chance. Let's also cap them before the Sino-Japanese war begins, since we have a bit of a border here. Yep, that did happen. I should be able to take a lot, since these losers, like, they were on my ass, bro. They were on my ass. They were literally on my ass. Yep. All right, now we can, you know, ally Japan, whatever, fight all these losers here. Actually, no, I'm just gonna focus on these guys. Okay. What? Really? For real? Well, in that case, I'm just gonna guard the ports for now, while I try to get some course and get a bigger army. That's great! Wait, who formed the United Front, bro? Why the fuck these guys, bro? The fuck? Whatever. And yeah, the Guangdong coup. Now, since Chen has the most influence out of all the 3 factions that are kind of ruling over Leang Guang right now, so, you know, Shen Hongying in Shaoguan, Chen Lianbo in Guangzhou, and Lu Yuguang in Nanning. He is gonna easily be able to rally enough support to destroy the old Guangxi clique. And yeah, now with Chen Lianbo in charge. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with him. We'll see whatever like the end focus is gonna be. Like I said, I've never played this path. I know you can choose between the political science clique and the merchant core, so we'll see whoever looks more juicy at the end, basically. Didn't they? Thought they pieced out. Whatever. Bit of a change here. We're gonna hold the river line here, since I'm not defending that. Have our divisions already on the ports. Have the militias around here, since they like to naval invade this, and it's also kind of asked to hold this thing here anyway. And yeah, we're gonna try and you know, push them back from the ports here. All right. Wait, where's the? Okay, at this point, do I need the? Yeah, I don't need the supportatory decision, bro. Yeah, let's get the free stuff there. Okay, the ports are saved. We did get pushed back here. Oh, I lost the division from the force attack, but I had to. We are also gonna retreat from the river line since they breached it anyway. And what we're gonna do is defend the supply ups here. Also, we have the problem of Japan, you know, easily entering this here, but luckily there's no supply up there. So good luck getting supplies. I can retreat while force attack is active, so that's not a problem, luckily. But yeah, had to, you know, let Tianjin not fall. So I force attacked everywhere, and now you know already what we're gonna do down here. Hopefully we are allowed to do that, just in case, even though it literally does nothing. We're gonna refuse supplies for our allies. Anything just to make this somehow, you know, not get captured by these losers. But yeah, let's see if that's gonna work. I really hate this with the Kuomintang, by the way, that they are that is kind of bugged out or something. I don't know what this is again, but yeah. Mainly since, you know, they're diverting forces, and I pray to God they don't capture any victory points, because these guys are on 99%. What are you doing? Okay, this is gonna give them war support, which is great, because then, you know, oh my god. I can't join that because I have a truce. I have a truce. And I don't have forces anyway, so yeah. Already managed to kill quite a few divisions from Japan. They also did some stupid naval invasion, so that's great. They are not really pushing in the north. Wonder why. I have green air. No, Fengtian, what are you doing? Why did you do that? Alright, militias are unlocked now, so that's great. Now I can maybe, you know, fix my problems that I'm having. There are pretty big issues still. The industry debuff and the research debuff. Can you just cap them? Like, come on, man. It's not that hard, man. Usually Fengtian is such an asshole, and the moment you need them, they fucking suck ass. I don't want to give them equipment. I need that to spam out divisions myself, man. Anyway, I will convert them now to militia and train these. That's also why I barely really train anything, even though I can. But yeah, making my life, you know, harder than it should be. Alright, with a bigger air force now and, you know, militias, I think this should be pretty easy now. I have heard that Japan has gotten, like, a lot harder, which, yeah, I can see that, but I don't know how it would normally be if Fengtian, you know, didn't get attacked by them or something, whatever. But yeah, this has been pretty difficult, especially more or less because they just cannot hold their own front line. Usually the AI did do like at least somewhat fine holding the front line, but Fengtian, I don't know, they're absolutely dog shit right now. They also don't have any equipment, which, you know, I guess that might be the issue, but still, how can you screw that up so hard, man? But we're gonna try to do some big encirclement now by pushing up here. If you're wondering why I like made the snake thing here, it's mainly just to get the supply up here so they, you know, they barely have any good supply here. That's mainly how I would go about doing stuff here, you know, try to get the supply hubs that's gonna destroy the AI the most. I have like fallback lines over here, mainly just so that I don't screw up them being on a port in order, and also because I don't know, I like the fallback lines a lot more than the naval invasion order, because the naval invasion order loves to just screw itself up. These I can just, you know, send up there and they go back where they were. But yeah, still trying to get some more out, but with the Air Force we can easily push them away now. Also my paratroopers are like ready to do things, so maybe I should capture Taiwan. Yeah, though I'm gonna wait until I'm like really done so that I don't have to look down there if they try and recapture it, because, you know, that's a thing that can happen. Alright, cut them off. Put the, you know, my order here to destroy the encirclement, and yeah, got my new divisions out, mainly to reinforce this line here, so that I can easily just battle plan this. Yeah, my god. Alright, Air Force is ready, we broke their cipher, our spies have literally 100% intel on over here, so they don't get anything, they have 5% entrenchment. That's their max they can get here. And they have supply issues in the north, so yeah, I activate a battle plan now with all the divisions after killing all these guys. How much? God damn it, man. Yeah. They should hopefully die now. And yeah, they have been pushed out. Finally, they've no divisions. Now gonna invade Taiwan, which, yeah, they've barely any divisions. They probably don't have anything on that island, so, you know, shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, there's nothing on Taiwan, so we're kind of like wondering what the merchant core even, like, ideologically wise would be. Imagine the US being run by the guys, you know, all this decision making basically being up to like the guys that have like most of the money. And wait a minute, isn't that how it is? Anyway, green air means my air force gets there over there. Oh, I do get the decision to if they wanna. Oh, okay. Well, if I'm already over there. So if you wanna know how the merchant core even came to be, it's basically just the merchants of Guangzhou, you know, wanting to protect their property against revolutionaries. They even caused an uprising under the Kuomintang, I think. But yeah, Japan, like, they should be dead now once Tokyo falls, if, you know, that's gonna happen. Should happen. Has happened. And yeah, carry the war on my back. I'm not gonna take Korea. Actually, I'm gonna take Korea. Germany, you did like nothing. Oh, Navy. You shouldn't have game. Alright, now it's time to destroy the Fengtian. Japan almost already did that together with the Kuomintang, so I don't think this is gonna be much of a... They're already dead, kind of like I don't even like, they could just submit to me now. Oh my god, it worked. Only here we'll see the most cursed fallback lines. Anyhow, let's challenge Zhang Zuolin's authority. Loser ain't gonna tell me what to do. Oh, I kind of forgot that Siam and Philippines exists. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Alright, Pero dropped into the Philippines to cap them. Now it's just which I kind of forgot to activate the battle plan. Whatever. Gonna take a bit longer now due to that, but whatever. We can also not do that because there's no good airport. Nice. I did push down to the supply pier to connect it so that I have supplies here. And yeah, I don't even need the Air Force. I also refuse their surrender because I wanna, you know, take them. I got the chance to do that, so let me do that. How do they have war score? Like, what the hell did they, like, actually do against Siam right now? Did they endlessly bash their head into them in the front line here, or what did they fucking do? Like, actually, though. Can you, like, piss off, bro? Can they not unify China because of Chongqing? Probably. Can they re-implement that you can just rebel? Alright, they decked on Sichuan, so now they should be able to unify China. Meaning now I have to wait until they integrate me, as if I've not waited long enough already. Oh, okay, that was pretty fast. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Like, for them, it's like event, right? My army is ready, right? Bye-bye. Now we can do this, do this, do this, that. Oh, okay, they still can't get Mongolian stuff, which is stupid. Yeah, sure. Anyway, aggressive... I mean, whatever. This, and yeah, destroy them. Shouldn't take too long. Wouldn't really push that much with these guys though, since it's a bigger front line really than this. Maybe I should have swapped that. Just maybe though. Interesting that the Great War is still going on, by the way. Pretty interesting. Okay, that's stupid. Whatever. How much more? Okay, like just a little bit, yeah. Markley, could you just waited like a second before you accept it? Just like one second. Annoying, but whatever. Anyway, I don't have a government, that's right. I mean, this one does one for me. Anyway, I can release these losers now finally. Oh, am I still at war with... I am. Anyway, bye-bye monarchy. Yeah, just battle plan him to death. Yeah, just battle plan him to death. Siam is already dead. Oh, we can get some more resources. No, don't mind if I do. Alright, declare reunification. We're gonna move to Beijing. Guangzhou is too cursed for me, even though it would be probably realistic, since that's where their power base is. But yeah, return Japanese land? Oh, hell no. Yeah, Russia. They don't need that. Assimilate Republic, and that's Japan's. And with that, I went. Oh yeah, finally our post-unification stuff. First, we need this though, since I wanna tie up some loose ends. Now, we could demand the annexations of Tibet and East Turkestan, which, since Russia is still at war, would not be a problem. The other issue is that the Entente kinda, they're not really fighting much, and what the they have USA and stuff like that. Their faction is pretty stacked. I'm a bit scared these guys are gonna join them. So what do? Well, it's pretty simple. We justify. Then they can join, and then I don't have to blow my brain out. Anyway, with these focuses here done now, we can finally turn to our political stuff right here. Now, we've already seen this focus tree when I did, you know, the Shen Hongying's path, but this time we're gonna be over here with the triumph of the crisp handshake, which we can only do if we have Chen Lianbo as our leader, and since he's Anguo aligned, it's gonna be a bit of a pain to get that one in here. But yeah, the South triumphant. And while Germany is at war, let's demand our... Oh, and we have to pay? No problem on that. Thank you very much. Bit scared of one of these guys here though, since they barely at war and they got a big faction, so might have to wait for Macau until the Entente maybe fight something, you know, big. Justification is done, and I'm actually gonna wait with Tibet like a second, since why do we have Badakhshan as claimed? 110 October. It only takes 15 days. Okay, why is that faster now? Whatever. East Turkestan will be mine, and Tibet I'm gonna have to wait. I want Russia stuff first, since they're currently dying. This is gonna be easy. I could also just wait, but first of all, Germany gets Badakhshan then, or like Central Asia altogether, and you know, it's kind of annoying to get to the peace out thing. And with them pushing in, it's pretty easy to get the peace out thing, because they just have to have a certain surrender progress. And you know, most of the problem is that when I do that, Russia is winning, and so I have to get them to the surrender progress. And as we know, Siberia, let's just say there are not many victory points over here. I guess we can fight them already. Okay, now mostly important is to get Irkutsk and Vladivostok. Everything else doesn't really matter too much. And yeah, time for it is pretty easy if they have surrender progress. Since, yeah, okay, wait, how much do they have right now? Okay, 40, I think. I don't remember correctly. Maybe it was 30 surrender progress. Anyway, 30 surrender progress, and then 2 of the 3 cities, Irkutsk, Vladivostok or Tashkent, I think was it. Or was it Samarkand? No, whatever. I think it was Tashkent. But yeah, either 2 of these 3 cities and them surrender progress, and then they, you know, dip out. Do I get this though? Even though I don't border it, this is my question. So let me like win this war before clicking further, just to be safe. And they're dead already, so that's fine. So now let's say yes, and then I should get my stuff. Probably would have gotten it also if I didn't border, but yeah, better safe than sorry, as they like to say. And yeah, now it's just Tibet. I forgot to do a justification on them. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, and Germany decided to give Shakalen back to Japan now. Sure, if you think so. Alright, you shall not be protected and get under my fold. And we have our cool borders we so love, yeah. Now, kind of compared to the other 2 branches we have right here, what's kind of the main point on this one right here is that we're now mainly led by civilians, so not militarist warlords, as, you know, you would usually have. That is kind of the difference with these guys, since, you know, they're merchants. Now, they do have some military experience, but doesn't mean they were, like, you know, fully fledged military people. Now, we mainly just look towards the British and the Americans for this new republic we want to create here. Well, and with the creation of our new republic, we will have the last outing for democracy. Now, the elections that are gonna happen here are quite different than what you would usually expect from elections, since only wealthy people can vote in these elections. You know, we're run by fucking merchants. Who would have guessed? And, you know, with this, Chen Lianbo is basically just trying to legitimize his rule in a way. However, it isn't as one-sided as Chen Lianbo might hope, since a significant opposition has built itself in the political science clique led by Liu Zhenhuan, and he has allied himself with some ex-revolutionaries, members of the Federation of Chinese Democratic Parties, and many more. And with that help, he will in the end secure the presidency for himself. Oh, bye-bye Chen Lianbo. But yeah, let's try and buff the political science click now a bit more in influence, since it's pretty low. Now, the question is, how shall we try and develop our democracy into? Now, as I stated before, we kinda look towards other nations to kinda inspire ourselves in what kind of republic we want to create. Well, and there are many examples, you know, Bismarckian Germany, Meiji Japan are pretty popular examples, since these are industrialized nations that have been pretty stable and also pretty strong. But there are also other examples. For example, the British, and many advocate for policies similar to that of the Whigs and Tories in Britain, now the Liberals and Conservatives, citing Westminster parliamentarianism as the root inspiration for democracy in the East. They want a more pro-British system, since they want to stave off any nascent Japanophilia within the government. Well, and we must emulate the success of Pitt, Peel and Chamberlain. Well, I don't know if, you know, we're gonna get a bigger conflict than this, but maybe they're gonna give me Macau back. Oh, payment, thank you. Sure, I'll pay any amount just to not be at war with the US of Ace. Well, it's time to finally establish the republic we want to have. An era of good feelings, and now the democratic ideal. One cannot expect the masses to understand their civic rights all at once, when the majority can hardly sustain their households or are ruled by their local elites. But you cannot rule a state through dictatorship or divide it unnecessarily through federalism. A democracy, if imperfect, but a democracy nonetheless. With abounding optimism, the parties must unite in harmony. And yeah, this is where I will end it now. We're mainly now led by the Political Science Clique, together in a united front with the Grand Republican Alliance and the Federation of Chinese Democratic Parties. And yeah, we have our Chinese Monroe here. Well, and this is also now where I'm gonna end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below, and see you next time. Bye bye.